Hey everyone, so today I have two new brushes from the Real Techniques brush collection. This time both the sisters Sam and Nick have sort of collaborated to bring about four new brushes to the collection. I think one of them is the Silicone eyeliner brush, a retractable lip brush, and there are two face brushes. This one is the retractable bronzer brush and this one is the retractable Kabuki brush. I'm really excited to try these out because I'm sure by now if you've been watching my videos then you know how much I love my Real Techniques brushes. I have almost all of their brushes. So let me start with the retractable bronzer brush. It looks like that. It comes in a lovely golden orangey sort of metallic case, and it's quite bulky if you can see, and it's huge. It's really huge and quite dense. The bristles are absolutely soft like any of the Real Techniques brushes. I was pretty surprised that this one is called the bronzer brush because I'd never seen a bronzer brush look like a stippling brush, and that too such a huge brush. It comes with a plastic see-through lid which looks like that, and all you need to do to close this is, if you can see the metallic band here, just pull it up and place the cap on the metallic band and push it down. So your brushes are absolutely safe and sound and bristles do not get stuck to the cap. So it's really nice. I really like this design, and if you have to open it, just pull it up, remove the plastic cap and pull the metallic strip down. So that's the retractable bronzer brush, and now let me show you the retractable Kabuki brush. So the retractable Kabuki brush looks like this. This one looks very similar to the Real Techniques buffing brush, the brush that comes in the core collection, which is my absolute favorite brush for buffing any sort of foundation. And this is very similar to that, but it has an angled head if you can see, and it's quite dense, and I really like how soft it is. It is actually a lot more softer than the buffing brush as well. Yeah, and it comes in a pink metallic case which looks really cute, and I really like all the Real Techniques brushes for being so colorful and pretty. So even with this, all you need to do is pull the metallic strip up like that, and this one comes with a pink see-through plastic cap. Place it here in the metallic strip and just push it down, and if you need to open it, just pull it up like that, remove the plastic cap and pull down the metallic strip. So today I'm going to show you how I use these two brushes and what I like to use them for. So let's begin with foundation. First let's start with the bronzer brush. Just packing on the brush with some foundation like that. And what I do with this brush is I just stipple on the foundation into my skin like so. And I'm just using the bronzer brush on the right side of my face. And after stippling on the foundation, I'm just going to slightly buff it in. So there you go guys, as you can see this brush does quite a good job at applying foundation. Yeah, it gives a decent coverage and feels soft on the skin, and since it has a very big brush head, it's very time saving. So if you're in a hurry, then you can just like apply foundation with this brush. Yeah, this brush is pretty decent for foundation. So let's see how this fares as a powder brush. Next I'm taking my Bare Minerals Mineral Veil loose powder, and with the stippling brush I'm just going to apply that to set the foundation. I like how this brush applies powder, and since it's very flexible, it reaches like all these inner corners on the side of my nose, and since it is really big, it covers the face pretty soon. So it's very time saving. Next I'm loading the brush with e.l.f.'s Mineral Bronzer, just tapping off all the excess swirling the bronzer onto my face. And looking at the brush size, I thought I'm going to look all red like an Oompa Loompa or something, but this actually gives me a very nice controlled effect because it has very soft bristles. It picks up just about enough product, it does not pick up too much of product. But since the brush is very big, I wouldn't recommend this for contouring the face. This one is rather nice in giving you a very natural all over tanned effect. For an all over bronzed look, I definitely recommend this brush. Now let's see how this brush does as a blusher brush. So I'm taking my favorite blush by NYX. This is Pinky, and just sort of swirling the brush onto my cheekbones and a little bit onto my temples. If you want a very defined blush line on your cheeks, then this is not the brush for you. But if you want an overall flushed sort of look, then this brush does really well in that. So I really like this brush for applying bronzers and blushes, as it gives me a very natural finish. It does not look very defined, and it's not that on your face sort of finish. However, in the foundation department, it is a pretty decent brush, but I wouldn't say it's the best stippling brush I've used. So yeah, I really recommend this brush for bronzers and blushes. So next, moving on with the retractable Kabuki brush. First, I'm going to apply foundation, pulling my hair at the back. Oh my god, it feels so soft on the face. I could like just keep sweeping this over my face like this forever. This brush also helps a little product go a long way. And there you go, guys. I actually really like the finish of this brush. Yeah, it's somewhat like the buffing brush, but because of its angled head, I use it like the expert brush. I just sweep it across my face like that, and I don't buff it in like that because it's very difficult. As you can see, it's almost impossible. But yeah, the finish is more or less like very natural. There's no need for buffing, and just sweeping the foundation can give you a very natural and a quite high coverage sort of finish. I highly recommend using this brush with a liquid foundation. And next, I'm going to see how it works as a powder brush. I'm just taking some powder and tapping off the excess, and applying powder with this. So I really like how this one applies powder as well, and I have a feeling this is going to work really well with powder foundations. And you can also set your concealer with the powder by just swirling the brush like that, and it works really well as a powder brush. Next, I'm taking some bronzer with this brush, tapping off the excess. And what I like to do with this brush is I like to pull up this metallic case halfway so that it makes the brush a lot more compact. I'm just going to go over my cheekbones from the top of my ears to the sides of my mouth. And then I also take some bronzer and go over my temples like that, and over my jawline. And if you want, you can just leave it like that. But if you're not very comfortable with a highly defined contour line, just pull down the strip and make it fluffy again, sort of blend out the bronzer like so, and instantly it gives you a much more natural finish. You see this side of the face is a lot more defined than this side, and this one is a very natural bronze sort of look, whereas this one is a lot more defined and the features appear a lot more sharper. Next, it's time for some blush, and again I'm going to take the same blush by NYX. Just going to smile a little bit and apply it on my cheekbones. Just blend it into my temples like so. And as you can see here, the blush is spread out to a larger area, whereas here it's a lot more controlled and defined to the apples of my cheeks. So yeah, I love this brush for applying blushes as well. And one last thing I love using this brush for is for highlighters. So I just pull up the metallic case again and just pick up some of this highlighting color. Just place that on top of the apple of my cheek, and it gives me a very controlled application so that I don't end up looking like a disco ball or something. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side of my face. So there you go guys, that's my review of the two new brushes by Real Techniques. I really like their design, and it's so compact and easy to sort of pop them into your handbags and take it with you wherever you go. And the best thing about these are these are multitasking brushes. Both these brushes come absolutely handy, and I really like both of them so much. But if I had to pick one, then maybe I would go for the retractable Kabuki brush. This one applies foundation very nicely as well. So if I were traveling and when I'm on the go, then I would definitely like to take this brush with me, because I could use this for foundation, for powders or powder foundation, for blushes and for contouring as well. If you are the sort of person who likes a very natural, bronzed, sun-kissed look, then you will definitely love this bronzer brush. If you are someone who likes a much more defined look, then you will certainly love this Kabuki brush. I got these online from iHub, and this one cost me about $10 and this one about $13. So I think these are pretty affordable for what they are. They're absolutely amazing brushes for the price, and I definitely recommend these to everyone. And I guess the only thing that I'm not very happy with is the plastic lid that it comes with. It seems very fragile, and it's very prone to breaking soon, because I'm very rough while handling stuff inside my handbag. And also I'm a very clumsy person and I tend to drop stuffs a lot, so I have to be really cautious with these. So yeah, that's it for now, and if you have tried these brushes, then do let me know in the comments down below what you think of them and how you like to use them, if I have missed out on anything. So that's it for now guys. I really hope you enjoyed this review and demo video. And now it's finally time to announce the winner of my giveaway. And the winner of my second blogiversary is Sakuranko. Congratulations girl! Do make sure to email me your details as soon as possible. And don't worry if you haven't won this time guys, I will be coming up with a lot more giveaways very soon. See you guys! Bye!